This is so dark. Let's bring y'all a little closer. I feel like every time I'm home, it's so much slower here. I'm not running 100 miles an hour when I'm home, and I can breathe. And when I'm in Seattle, most of the time I can't. Sometimes I don't even have time to call my family from how busy I am. And I think that's something that I've really started to resent the last year, was how much I missed home. But also being home means that because I'm going such a slower pace, I have more time to think. And it genuinely scares me. I come back home and it feels like this pent up, I have like all this sadness pent up inside of me, and I get home and it's like just here. And I don't necessarily think it's a negative thing. Like, what you feel is what you feel. I can't control that I feel sad. I can't control that I feel, hurt. What I can control is the way I respond to it, or the way that I take it and I learn from it. But I don't know. I think I just am having a really difficult time, because I know that it's been, I keep saying it, it's been over 6 months. It's been over 6 months. Honey, it's been almost a year now. I'm literally about a month and a half away from it being a year. And I think about it every day. I think about that person every day. Some days more than others. Some days it just crosses my mind and that's it. But other days I think about it so distinctly and I cry about it. A couple of days ago was the first time that I cried about it in a really long time. Probably like 3 months. Actually, I don't know. It just felt like it had been a long time since I cried about the situation. Because honestly, I've gotten to the point where it was what it was. And all I can do is learn from it. And I've also gotten to the point of acceptance where, like, I feel like that kind of had to happen in my life. I had to go through that to be the person that I am now. Because at the end of the tunnel, I regained my relationship with God. But dang, that doesn't take away from the fact that it hurt. And I do miss, I guess, the good moments. And it hurts because I feel like I think about it so often. And it just seems like he didn't care. And it hurts because my mind tells me, yeah, he didn't care. It doesn't bother him. He didn't cry, the way I did when the incident first happened. Oh my gosh, I'm getting like flashbacks because I said all of this a couple months ago in that other video where I was crying about him. But I guess, even if it didn't hurt him, it did hurt me. And I have to grow and I have to learn. And yeah. I guess what I'm saying is that we all already know that pain is not linear, like healing is not linear. But I truly think that this is something that I will take for a very long time. I mean, the other day I came to the realization that for the first time in my life, I didn't have this this yearning to be with someone, like to have a boyfriend, to be in a relationship with someone, which is so crazy because I feel like since I was in middle school, high school, like that's all I ever wanted was for someone to reciprocate that they liked me. And now I don't. honestly now. I just want to be better, and I just want to make better decisions for myself, and I want to heal from that. And I think after the matter, I tried really hard to talk to different people to try to get into a relationship, just to prove to myself that I wasn't unlovable, and it just crashed and burned every time. And finally, thank God, a couple months ago I took a step back and I was like, whoa, I am just crashing and burning and I need to stop. And I told myself that for 3 months I did not want to engage in talking with anyone in a romantic way. And the 3 months was up a couple days ago, and I kind of sat and thought about it, and I was like, well, 3 months is over. Like, if someone wants to, you know. And I kind of saw myself and I was like, honestly, I'm good to go another 3 months. I still am like, I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I'm ready for that sort of commitment. And what was so concerning was that one of the last guys that I talked to, such a sweetheart, and I would tell my best friend, this is so exhausting talking to someone. I don't care to know how his day was at work. What? Girl, when you like someone, you care to even know what color their booger was. Like, you know what I mean? And what I'm saying is, like, it wasn't that the guy was rude or anything, or he wasn't attractive. It was that I was so disinterested because of how much that previous situation affected me, and I still feel the same way, in all honesty. I mean, I hope that one day I could be in a relationship, but right now what I feel is still grief from the past. And I think that's something we need to talk about more. I think we need to start being honest. When someone's a part of your life, even if it was for such a short amount of time, but they made such a big impact, it hurts and it takes a long time. So I guess that's where I'm at. I also, like, the biggest thing is, like I said, honestly, when I'm in Seattle, like, yeah, I think about him, but it doesn't affect me as much as, like, when I'm home. But I think the thing that I just try to do the most is just pray. As soon as I start getting, like, sad, pray for him. Lord, that man was not for me. We were not meant to be, and that's okay, but I pray for him, and I pray that you change him, that he would never hurt someone like that ever again. I pray that you would soften his heart. I pray that he would know what love is, because the love that I gave him is no longer in his life. It's not present. So Lord, I just ask you, like, have mercy on his life, regardless of his actions. Help him change, because I couldn't do it. I could not. You can't change a man. You can't. And yeah, that's where I'm at. I think this video actually might be 6 months after I posted the original one, but that video wasn't even filmed when the incident first happened. So that's where I'm at, fam. Ew, I'm sorry, that was a little cringy, but that's where I'm at mentally. I'm doing a lot better. I'm a lot happier. I'm in such a better place. But sometimes I still remember the past, and I remember the good moments, and it sucks. But it is what it is, and I'm going to keep on moving, and I'm going to keep on becoming the best version of myself. Because when that new person comes along, I don't want my grief and my past and all the baggage I have to then affect someone who doesn't deserve it. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Happy New Year.